Hi, welcome to the Vision Show. This is a sneak peek into what has been taking place on the Vision Show. I am Laquita Monley, and I am the host of this month's Vision Show. And it has definitely been a pleasure and an honor to be able to host this amazing event and to be able to speak to all of the wonderful vendors that have participated in making this event possible and the great success that it is. Today on this sneak peek, I am here with Charlene, and Charlene is the founder, the creator. She is the visionary behind the Vision Show. And today we just want to sit and talk to you guys a little bit about all of the things that have taken place across the last 5 days of the Vision Show, as well as give you a sneak peek into the things that are yet to come for the next several days of the Vision Show. But Charlene, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? How is it going?
Doing great, Laquita. Thank you. Very refreshed after that weekend. I think we all needed it. But yeah, now it's back to business.
Yeah, it was a great 4-day weekend. I know that it's a little bit past due, but for those of you that don't know, I am a military spouse. My husband spent 24 years active duty Army. He is now retired. But we have been a military family for a number of years, and days like Veterans Day and Memorial Day are really special to us. And yesterday I was taking part in the show, and we had a little bit of a conversation about the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day. And Veterans Day is celebrated for those people who have served and are still serving. Memorial Day is set aside for those people that have served and gave the ultimate price, which is their life in service to their families and to their country, and to give special recognition to what we call Gold Star families. And those are the family members of those service members that have given their life. And so we had a good little chat about that yesterday. And I know that here on the Vision Show, a number of people that are taking part in making this possible took that time to celebrate that as well. And so we just want to thank each and every one of you for participating in the Vision Show, and also during that time that we were out because of the holiday, being observance of that. We just want to give a special thanks to those women and men who have served our great nation, and those that have paid the ultimate price in service to that nation.
Yeah, thank you for acknowledging that, Laquita. And it's absolutely true. Timing with something like this is, never exactly right. We wanted to, we first of all, putting together all of this content, all of these different topics, getting all of these exhibitors to get on the same page and provide the information that they need so that you can get all of these things that you're missing at these trade shows. Their promotions, their products, their releases, things that are going on, ways that they're addressing this new situation. It was a race to get it together in time, to get it into people's hands before they really got back to their busy lives. And a lot of people may not know this, but there is a moratorium on a lot of rules, such as, there's a big relief right now for people that are using telehealth due to the HIPAA guidelines. There's things that are just being bypassed right now. There are rules and regulations with some of the education, both inside and outside of the industry, with regards to online restrictions, which from what I understand end June 1st, unless that's been extended. So there really was a lot of pressure on us to get this out before the end of May. And right in the middle of it, we realized, wait a second, that's Memorial Day, which 3 weeks ago, we would have been like, okay, well, who cares? But it ended up being the first time that people got to actually get out and enjoy some sunshine.
Yeah.
So thankfully, our programming was only scheduled through Saturday. We did plan on trying to squeeze a few other topics in there on Sunday, but realized that this really was the time people needed to take that step back that they really need and recharge. So yes, we did take that moment as well. It was great. Doesn't mean that the things that we talked about over the weekend, if anyone missed it, some great introductions to independent labs, which was super incredible.
Yes,
I know that you learned a lot there as a consumer that you found really interesting. There was an interview that we did with one of the founders of Virtual Try-On Technology. I know that was a webinar that was really, really well received. People really loved getting kind of the background history and genealogy of virtual try-on and how it kind of came to pass over the last decade and a half, because this isn't as new as people think. And there were a few other things that I could think of that just a lot of feedback we got was that this is new information that we just didn't have before.
Mhm.
So don't think you missed out completely, because all of the replays will be available either in our group, The Vision Show Vault. You can literally search it in Facebook, pull it right up. And we'll be eventually showing this on our YouTube channel and on the events and experiences page. We do plan on doing the replays as well. If you are a subscriber, all of these replays will be in your account when you log in. And again, for those who haven't been to the Vision Show yet, it's myvisionshow.com.
Awesome. That, if you have not had an opportunity to come to the Vision Show, you really need to take that opportunity. And Charlene is absolutely right. As someone who is outside of the optical industry, having a sneak peek in really getting an opportunity to understand all of the different nuances that take place in order for me to simply get an eye exam, a pair of glasses, or a pair of contacts was very eye-opening. And
no pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. I want my eyes completely open during my next exam. So, it has been really, really great for me to be able to meet all of the amazing people that I've met, the independent lab owners there that we've met. Great individuals. I'm getting an amazing opportunity to visit one of the labs that is here very close to me, and I'm excited about that opportunity. And as always, as an entrepreneur, I love an opportunity to help support and bring awareness to other entrepreneurs, because we as small business owners are the backbone of this country. And we just really want to bring that awareness. And I love what you're doing, Charlene. And I want to mention the fact that your show is not a response to COVID-19, but the Vision Show has been taking place prior to COVID-19. This show is just happened to be conveniently timed that it was taking place during the COVID-19 crisis. So I've been on a couple of other shows where people were responding to COVID-19, but this is absolutely by far not a response to COVID-19. But you created this show because you saw the need for this type of virtual space in your industry, and you saw the need and you did what it took to be able to begin to fill that gap and fill that need. And that's a wonderful thing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's absolutely true. And I just want to go back to, I know there's a lot of content on the site, a lot. Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest pieces of feedback we've received is the navigation. And believe me, when you've got this much content, navigation is super important, and we get that. But you have to think about, if you go to an actual Vision Expo or any of these other great shows that they have, which are amazing, and we're all going to continue to go to them, this is a full weekend investment. Mm-hmm. And so we definitely put some great strides into making the Vision Show easy to navigate. Probably you can get through, and when I say get through, I mean breeze through all of the booths and experiences and basic high level, first pass through in under 20 minutes, and then make a note and go back to the things that you liked and you wanted to revisit. We've also added a couple of tabs on the homepage to make it easier. We're finding a lot of people are getting to the homepage and not being able to actually find the exhibits. So the exhibits are the experiences. We broke the exhibits because there's so many different pieces to the optical industry. And, somebody who's interested in lab equipment more than likely is not going to also be interested in, high-end couture, art-centric luxury frames. So we broke the exhibit hall down into experiences so that you can go into the section that's most relative to your needs. So when you go to the homepage and you see the word experiences, that's what that means. And then once you enter that, each of those, experiences, you're going to see different vendors listed. Some do have booths. Some have full walls that are really kind of give you a taste of who they are before you go into their booth. But inside of their booth, what you'll see, if there's a play button, is so much information. A lot of them put their hearts into explaining the ordering process, how things work, what is their return protocol, what are they doing to really step up to the plate during this time. This is really valuable information that I think you probably could take 15, 20 minutes of your time to review, because it's information that would be really hard to get otherwise.
So if someone is on the page, excuse me, if someone comes onto Vision Show and they're saying, Charlene, I see so much, but how do I get to each piece? The first important step that they want to take on navigating that homepage is find the events button and the experience button and click there
Right.
and start their journey.
Yes. And then there's also now an exhibits button, which goes to the same place, but we understand that some people still refer to what we would call the experiences as exhibits. So we just want it to be super simple.
Okay. Okay. So they can either click on the events and experiences tab, or they can click on the exhibits tab, both conveniently located on the homepage, and they can begin to navigate through the entirety of the Vision Show one step at a time.
Yes. And we've even added to take it even a step further, because these exhibitors have put so much effort into supporting the Vision Show. They're all incredible. I mean, I've been in this industry for a very long time. I haven't heard of most of these exhibitors, which is one of the main reasons I ended up doing this show. I just think there's too many independent frame and lens and equipment manufacturers that just aren't a household name, and they really should be. They're just incredible. So when you go to the events and experiences tab, also the exhibits, you will see a form. It's right there when you first land on that page, and it'll show you all of the exhibitors, the ones that actually have a booth, so that you can select those that you really do want to get more information on. So if you're in a hurry, but you really do want to find out more about independent frame lines, independent labs, and new technology such as virtual try-on, you can very easily get that information without going through the whole tour if that's just something you don't have time for. So the end goal is to truly give you guys the ability to connect with these amazing exhibitors, because we know once the moment you connect with them happens, you're going to be just blown away that there are so many great professionals that are experts in their own right, that can really just ready, willing, and able to help you.
Awesome, awesome. So talk to me before before we begin to wrap up this sneak peek. I've got two things I want you to talk to me about. Let's talk about it at the top of the broadcast. You mentioned about the temporary changes to specific aspects of the industry, and one in particular I want to talk about is telehealth, because telehealth as it pertains to your industry isn't something new, but it's something that people are becoming more and more aware of. And I know that there's a webinar on tomorrow, so let everyone know about that webinar and how they can make sure that they're connected to it to get that information.
Yeah, I just want, I guess the first point I want to make is my entire career has been spent working at sourcing to some degree. I've really always understood the importance of, from a consumable standpoint and a vendor standpoint, not only identifying a problem, but identifying the best possible solution. And I saw telehealth as a huge issue early on, just because I had, for different aspects of my career, I've had to be really aware of HIPAA compliancy and some of the reasons why these are like tripwires for a lot of practices, because they just don't understand all of the rules. The rules are very difficult to understand anyway. There's actually expensive consultants you can hire to help you to understand those rules. But if you can't afford that, and most practices don't, then you can also take the risk of getting caught with, communicating with your patient in a way that is definitely not intentional, but still left unsecure. It is your responsibility to understand the rules. So we knew this years ago, and saw it as a potential issue once social media became a major communication portal for our customers, because we understood if you're opening up all these new channels, you're opening up all these new potential HIPAA issues, and your patients are going to want to know that you're communicating with them in a secure way. So we sourced several solutions, but the one we settled on was called Rhinogram. It is absolutely, bar none, an incredible solution. We will be meeting with them tomorrow so they can answer your telehealth questions. But what I love the most about this program is the very first step they take in onboarding you is helping you to identify all of the channels that you currently have that could be exposing your business to communicating with your patient in a not so secure way. And so that's small minimal investment that you make in a program like that can end up costing you tens of thousands of dollars in fees, because one violation is one communication. If you're having, now that these HIPAA laws are kind of being passed over right now, if they change and God forbid you don't know about it, or you don't realize that you've got channels that are being utilized by you or your staff, I mean, you're just going to be leaving yourself so vulnerable. So we thought this was probably the most well-timed webinar of any we've seen, due to the fact that, everything, now that everything's coming back online, we have a whole new set of challenges, right? Before it was, how do we shut everything down? Now it's, how do we bring it all back online? So this is so, so, so important. I think anyone who's listening who has a practice at all definitely needs to attend that webinar tomorrow. You won't regret it.
So what time is the webinar with Rhinogram on tomorrow? It's a live Q&A that's taking place. They're here on the Vision Show, and Rhinogram is a vendor that can assist with ensuring that you're within HIPAA compliances and still being able to properly utilize telehealth services for your clients. And so that's something that professionals want to make sure that they catch. And so what time will this be taking place?
It's at 12 p.m. tomorrow. And just to take that one step further, it's so much more than just HIPAA compliance. They actually are a tool that can be used as a scheduler. It could also be used as a video telehealth communication portal. So there are a lot of video telehealth communication portals out there. They don't really store and secure the information and store it in EHR records like Rhinogram does, but Rhinogram allows for the texting to be done in a secure way, which is incredibly valuable, because that's the number one way that patients prefer to be communicated with. So, it's so hard to oversimplify something like this, because it's got so much to it, but it goes to show you that there's just a lot to learn, huge learning curve. There really isn't, I don't imagine an optometry school, they're passing out telehealth, procedural guides. So if you're looking to build your own SOP, which you should definitely do if you have a practice, so your entire team knows the protocol, this is definitely a great place to get your feet wet. So because they're happy. Go ahead.
So the easiest thing here is to say that whatever questions you have, come with those questions and allow those experts to unpack this amazing tool for you, so that the things that you think that you have questions about, as they're unpacking it, you'll see the need for this tool to be added to your practice. And that's tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, correct?
That's correct.
And so if you look in the comment section of this feed, you'll see a link. And if you click on that link, it'll take you to that webinar where you can get registered, signed up, and participate with that live Q&A on tomorrow with Rhinogram. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is you've got some amazing, wonderful news about some new additions that you have here on the Vision Show. And you've added an amazing vendor. It's one of the leading equipment manufacturers in eye care. Talk to us a little bit about that and give the people something to look forward to. Who is this vendor and what do they do?
Yeah, there's a new addition to the exhibition, and you can go right into the events and experiences tab, and the very first experience you see is the exhibition. It is free, so if you don't have a paid membership, you'll still be able to go through this whole journey. And one of the vendors we recently added was Marco. What I did not know is Marco has been putting together some incredible new technology to help people really deal with social distancing. And one of the things they've developed is a phoropter that will allow you to do an exam on a patient while maintaining social distancing, which if you've ever been to the eye doctor before, they're like, inches from your face. So it was, again, another process that was already in development, I'm sure, long before this whole situation. It just goes to show you that the industry as a whole realized that new solutions needed to be developed. There is a video as well as a $2,000 rebate being offered. So if you haven't been able to connect with your Marco rep, you could definitely go right onto the to the exhibition, take a look at it, and let us know if you want to be put in touch with somebody that can give you some more information on that. But we just thought it was incredible. And just, again, another great thing to talk about right now as everybody's trying to decide how are we going to navigate forward.
Exactly. Wow. So not only are they showcasing their equipment on the vision show, but they're also offering that $2,000 rebate to those who want to connect with them on your platform in order to get some of this equipment that definitely was definitely needed before COVID-19, because this isn't something that was just developed within the last 2 months. And definitely will probably be a necessary piece of equipment as we're continuing as a nation to come out of the COVID-19 restrictions. So this is a great opportunity. You always have so many wonderful things here on the Vision Show. And I know that those who continue to come to the Vision Show, just as you did on last week, you'll continue on this week to get such amazing feedback, not only from those that are visiting the platform, but also from those that are taking part in making this Vision Show possible. So I know that we have that Marco is going to be doing that $2,000 rebate. You've got that amazing webinar that's coming up tomorrow that industry experts don't want to miss out on. You want to attend that. And you also want to continue to go out. If you haven't been on that Eyewear Art Walk, you want to get to the Eyewear Art Walk. That is a must-see part of the Vision Show. You've got some amazing companies there on the Eyewear Art Walk, and not only, and I guess the name should be self-explanatory, but not only are you going to see some amazing high-end couture frames, but you will also see some amazing art, hence the Eyewear Art Walk. And I know that that one of the artists here that is you're showcasing her pieces, she has some exclusive things that are just showcased right here for the Vision Show, does she not?
Yes. The artist's name is Lisa Nicole. She is an optician. She was very excited to be able to showcase her art to her industry. These would make amazing pieces, both for the office or for home. You are, definitely investing in an exclusive. Lisa Nicole is an up and coming artist. She's really on a trajectory to explode. This investment will be worth it because these pieces are already priced way below market, just because she was trying to support this initiative and just kind of get her art out there into her community. But she's already incredibly successful, so to be able to own a piece of art at the prices she's asking is really rare, honestly. And they're all hand done. She's going to be adding giclée to these pieces. They're just so they have so much emotion to them. So at a great time when everything's so somber, I think it's a really good, just treat yourself to something and support somebody who's really worked hard and to put this beautiful collection together for us, really. So you're exactly right. She is calling them Eyewear Art Walk exclusives. And in the future, when there are brick and mortar Eyewear Art Walks, and there surely will, Stephen Fournier and Melody Ennis are working really hard to have actual events that when life goes to normal, you'll be able to visit. So this is an opportunity to kind of get a feel for what these future events will be like. Awesome.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss the Vision Show. You want to make sure that you get onto the platform, take a look around. There are a total of 6 experiences. Dive off into each one of those experiences and let us know your feedback. We want to hear engagement from you. Tell us what you like. Tell us, we want to know what you like. We want to know what you don't like. How can we improve? But most importantly, we want your engagement. So come out to the Vision Show, take a look at these experiences. And again, just let us know what you think. So Charlene, before we wrap it up, if this is someone's first time saying, hey, what is this Vision Show? What are you talking about? How do I get to it? How can they get to the Vision Show?
Yeah, actually, we Googled it today and we were excited to find that we were number 2 on page 1 of Google for Vision Show. So awesome. You can literally Google it and find it there. But the way to go directly is myvisionshow.com. And we're all over Facebook, so you can search Vision Show in Facebook as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, Charlene, it has been great. We had another amazing sneak peek into the Vision Show, and I know that many people are looking forward to the webinar on tomorrow, as well as the feedback we'll give tomorrow on the all of the great information that's going to be put out on the webinar, and for what else is to look forward to for the rest of the week. Well, until next time, I am Laquita Monley. I am your host of the Vision Show, and this is my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I won't say co-host, because Charlene is the founder of the Vision Show. And you guys, stay tuned right here on this Facebook page to get all of your necessary updates and exclusive information for the Vision Show. You want to stay tuned right here on Facebook, and you'll get all of the necessary updates, as well as on LinkedIn as well. So until tomorrow, I'm Laquita Monley, and you guys have a very blessed evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.